Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's Kay here and I'm here today to share with you my design team project for Artymaze, and not surprisingly I chose Nature's Remedies. It is a phenomenal kit. It was a collaboration between Artymaze and Tracie Fox, and they both worked together and liaised to come up with this wonderful kit. Now everybody's done journals and tags and that kind of thing, so I thought I might make a totally stuffed folio. And it really is stuffed to the gunnels with all sorts of wondrous things from the kit. And you know, I just thought it would be easier to share the kit this way than to have a myriad of pages to turn and that kind of thing. This is quite honestly just such a great kit to work with. It is full to the brim with beautiful nature's images of foliage and leaves, and oh my word, just so much good stuff. So I will take the closure off, which is really just some very nice ribbon. It's not the tight weave organza, it's quite a loose weave, but it is a very soft green, so I felt it was in tune with the folio. And this is trifold, so it's over 3 areas. I think someone else has, Yvonne Preston did a nice version of the trifold as well, but this is all me. I've just put this lovely jute ribbon down through the spine to anchor it together on what I consider to be the weakest point, which would be the front cover opening and closing. And the black elastic here just holds in a removable signature, which you can replenish with paper once it's all used and changed. So you open up like so, and then you open up again, and that is the whole area pretty well in one shot. But it is absolutely full of wonderful images from the kit. I cut out these tags, just thread a grommet through them and threaded them then onto one of the little light bulb pins and passed it through this open flap area. I wanted it all to be ultimately usable, so you can take the clip out clearly, separate out the tags and utilize them as tags for gifts or for a bit of journaling. That would be entirely up to you. This then opens out, although I did try and anchor it, but I think I have tried to put in too much stuff and it just doesn't want to do it for me. And I've just made these lovely little paperclip flips. Now I don't recall who the idea was from. I have a feeling it might be Gail Agostinelli, but don't quote me on it. It could be Wendy's Journal Adventure, but it is that double lot of card with the little slit made here for the top of the paperclip to come through, and it then just slots onto the page like so, or wherever you want it to be. And clearly you can dangle something off the edge of that if you wanted to. It's one of those multiple choice scenarios. And then again I've made another little folder here using the same principle. This is just like a little wallet that you can put little extra bits and pieces into and secure them using the paperclip flap, but I didn't want to not use those wonderful, wonderful images which start out in the kit as quite large tags, but I took them down, rounded the corners on the card stock and just made focal points of them for this little wallet affair, which I think works quite nicely. And then here is a little coin envelope, and inside again some nice little bits and pieces. It's a double booklet here that you can journal in, or again just hold safe to keep little bits and pieces in, but everything is so beautifully designed, and all you do is cut everything out once you've printed it, glue it, and then let it become what it becomes in your hands. There are different things you can do with this kind of thing, but I've tried to keep it quite flat and quite straightforward so that the folio doesn't split its seams when it's when it's closed up. So there's another little flip out area here with another of those little flips. I must admit I did fall in love with them, but they're just great for displaying pictures. You can always add extra bits and pieces to them. It sits really nicely on this little extra booklet here. Again, a wallet style, but it does show off the tags so well, and the images that would just then sit in there like that. And I've just wrapped that around this central little journaling book, which is ultimately plain. I've just used tea dyed papers. I've not trimmed them up with punches or anything like that. Done no stamping. It is purely for writing in. And then this is the back side of that, and I've got a tiny little secondary notebook here for lists and that kind of thing that you can just take out and, you know, throw the papers away and then replenish if and when you want to. But more of the images, this is what it's all about, just sharing how much beauty is in that one little kit. Well, it's not a little kit, it's quite substantial. There are two parts to it. One is for the main junk journal aspect, and then there's another add-on, which is, you know, how things tend to go. And then there's this blank area here that you could use to paper clip in bits and pieces if that's what you wanted to do. And then I did the waxing of the papers. Oh, and I do love it. If I take this off and take that one off, which are just more of the paperclip flips, this idea came from the very lovely Nina Ribena, and I took the page, printed it onto ordinary copier paper, and then used wax, candle wax, to melt into the paper, and it gives it this wonderful vellum effect, which is superb. I absolutely love it. It is quite transparent, so rather than try and glue it down, I wrapped it around one of these DL sized envelopes and turned it into another pocket, and just by lining the inside of the envelope it gives it that much more substance, but doesn't take away from the vellum effect of the papers. I just love it, absolutely love it. And this page lent itself to that practice so readily. It was absolutely meant to be as far as I'm concerned. I took great pleasure in using the wax and just printing that particular sheet out onto just ordinary copier paper, and then melting the wax and ironing it into the sheet to give that wonderful effect. And then in the pocket I've just got another little envelope here. This is an ordinary size, straightforward, and then there's a long tall drink of water here with another bit of writing paper in it, and that just folds down like so and pops back into that little pocket, which as I say, I've lined purely to take the edge off the fact that it is just an ordinary envelope that's been chopped around a little bit. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, add extra paper here, but I really didn't see the point, because my centre of this was to ensure that the vellum style paper came into its own and just showed the beauty of the image through it. And then on the back page there's just another area of decoration, and using the bulb pin again, I've just cut out 3 more of the lovely tags that are all integral to the kit, and passed them onto the pin and kept them safe there. On the back page is one final pocket, again just sporting all the images from the kit, and there is another little journaling area here that you can do with as you will, and another one here. I have not by any means utilised everything in the kit. There is an astonishing amount of images to work with, and you know, if you were to want to make a series of albums or journals, or you know, something of a larger scale than I've done here, then rest assured you would have more than enough images to work with to put together something really rather special. I've got this little bulb pin twisted now of all the things, which I must try and put right. They're slippery little things, and if you don't quite keep them in the right place, they will do this and twist up on you, but it's not a major thing. I might just have to take it off, and yeah, the I don't know how that's happened, but the tags have just done a 160-degree turnaround. Well, I'll sort that out once I've finished filming. It's very basic stuff. So that said, I hope that you enjoyed this little flip through of this lovely kit. I know it's been very popular. I know there have been a lot of people that have purchased it and gone on to make some really beautiful projects from the kit. So I'll leave the link below to Artymaze's channel, where you can then, in the show more section, find a direct link to the store, where you will then find this wonderful kit ready to purchase very reasonably, I have to say. I think, you know, part of Andrea's ongoing success is the fact that for all the work that she does, her kits are really so reasonable. And you know, I personally, having worked with several of them now, can't recommend them highly enough. So I will leave that thought with you. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my stuffed little folio, trifold folio. I didn't know what to call it come the end, to be honest, because I just put so much in it. I just wanted it to be fulsome and sharing the kit for every inch that it's worth. So as I say, I hope you've enjoyed this. Take care everyone. Happy crafting. Bye bye for now.